What be the haps out there? Good to see you again. Actually, I'm just seeing me on the screen. But I figure every few days I'm going to make another video. One of the reasons I do the video is just I was told I needed to do some, what do you call it, journaling. Um, and it's part of it's to kind of help me to remember things. So I figure from time to time I can kind of do a little journaling, so to speak, and then talk to you folks. Couple of things I have to show sometime a picture of my Christmas joy and cheer. Yeah, it's not Christmas. However, just like my picture of my pride and joy, you kind of get the idea. Um, and then I've got a couple things that came in the mail. That was kind of cool. I got a knife sharpening kit, which I haven't had for a while. Put out by let's see if I can get this up there. Spyderco triangle sharpener. They're a good sharpener, and you can do serrated blades with those. Oh, plus I got a leather strop. Two-sided. Kind of reminds me of something else you use it for. I was thinking of cricket. Okay, I don't know what you guys were thinking, but got that in the mail, and I'm going to be using that, getting my knives sharpened, and have a good time with that. I'm tired of trying to cut things with blades that are like super dull, where you could drag them across your own skin and it wouldn't cut anything at all. Wouldn't have any danger of falling on the thing and hurting yourself. But and we're going to talk a little more about my carryisms. One of these days I'm going to auto tune them and put them out. So I've been writing them down. Unfortunately, I've been messing up and not getting them here to where I can use them. So I searched my pocket for my carryisms. Some of them I've forgotten over the years, but I like to say things on a repeat basis, and the reason for that is because I do better with routine, and I come into a situation and the routine helps me kind of get through that. So I just say different things like "What be the haps?" That's my greeting. It's kind of saying what's going on, what are you doing. I used to say "Carpe loco," which is seize the crazy. That's me. Or when it's getting dead slow at work, we have to stop for a little while. I'll lean back and say, "Well, let's all just sit around, sing kumbaya, and tell tales of yesteryear." Yeah, back in them days, doggone it. And a lot of times I won't even tell a story, but I have been more and more. Every so often I'll sing out, "Hi, diddly dee, the parts put her life for me." And I used to sing a song kind of along that line when I was a vacuum cleaner salesman. That one lasted less than a week, I think. Holy cow, I'm really zooming in here. I worked at this one place in Springfield, and I just couldn't sell vacuum cleaners. I would get sent to some place to do a demonstration, and the people would go, well, we just don't have the money. And I'd look around at their ramshackle place, and I go, yeah, you're right. Rather than call in for my contest clothes, where you get them to think they're going to help you win something if you just buy one more vacuum cleaner. I just cleaned up my stuff and head out. And I got chewed out for that. But the real thing was that I quit, when this guy says, if you sell 5 vacuum cleaners in 1 month, I'll arrange for a night with a hooker for you. And I never went back. I wasn't really interested in that. I have a couple of favorite poems. They're extremely short. They're crude. So watch out. Here they come. Hickory dickory dock. He had a humongous clock. I don't know why some people think that I'm about to say something else. It's just okay, well, I do know. And then, of course, I think I did the Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's what she gets for sleeping in the barn. I have some rules that I tell people at work, and they come from some things that happened through the years of work. One thing I tell people is it's never about you, it's always about me. And I had a couple of things happen. One time I was working with a gentleman who said he was never going to get married. And I asked him about that, and he says, well, the Lord is coming back any day, and I don't want to bring a family into that time of tribulation. And I understood that. But I've also heard people do that throughout the years, the centuries, and some people have even been on their rooftops waiting for the day of the Lord. So I told this guy, he said, you act like he's coming back today, any instance, but live like he's not going to be back for a while. So a short while later, we're talking a week, something like that, maybe 2, but I think it was a week. I was telling him something that happened to me, and he got really defensive. He says, where'd you hear that? Who told you that? I'm like, well, nobody. It happened to me. And so I thought, he's being a little defensive there. So I asked him a few questions, and come to find out that he was interested in a lady that was working there as well. And a little while later, this couple was married. And I told him, man, you owe me a $300 bottle of sparkling cider. He goes, well, why is that? I said, well, if I hadn't talked you into it, you wouldn't have got married. So I think you owe me something. And he agreed to that. Okay. So ever so often I'll ask him about it. And one time he asked, well, how do I get a $300 bottle of sparkling cider? I said, look, man, just go on eBay and find a bottle of sparkling cider and bid $300. Nobody will outbid you on that one. And he goes, well, I was thinking of just writing down 300. I go, that works. Just cross out the sticker and put 300. That's fine. I'll keep it forever as testimony to my helping you out. Yeah. And, I also there was a time when I was using my name and everything, you know, even things that weren't even related to me. I tend to kind of do that sometimes. Oh, by the way, at Costco, I found cheese from, let's see, it's Kerrygold. You know, my first name's Kerry, and that was the particular spelling. Kerrygold. It's kind of like Dairygold, but it's from Ireland, Kerry County. And so I had to buy it. I was hoping there'd be some cheddar because I was going to buy something, but I was just hoping it was something I could eat. You know, I should have had that with the wine the other day. You know, oh, sorry, I was telling you about my name. And I use my name, you know, karaoke. I get carried away, things like that. But I even go so far as like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Some of you don't know that name, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a basketball player. And so I was just doing this a lot at work, and this one girl goes, "Carrie, it is not always about you." And I said, "Well, if it's not, it should be." So I combined those two things, those two events together, and so I say it's never about you, it's always about me. And pretty much that's worked out to be true. Most of the time I'm just really talking about my own stories. I don't tell stories about other people, I just tell them about me. And my interaction maybe with some people, but you know, the story's not about them, it's about me. And another thing I always say is when people will ask me, you know, like, you know, what are you going to do this weekend? Someone asked me, what are you going to do for Halloween? And I go, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have the lights out and the door locked. And one of my co-workers cracked up about that. So then a little while later, well, Carrie, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? I said, well, the lights are going to be out and the door will be locked. And then I just do a little pause and just wait. And then I said, because I'll be at my daughter's. And, you know, I like using pauses. I kind of, you know, let somebody think I'm saying one thing and then I jump in with a couple more words just to finish my sentence. Let's see, here's another poem. Here we sit all broken-hearted, tried to build, but only parted. And I use that at work because we get parts. And a lot of people think I'm going to say a different word. There's a recent Careyism. We always have to do look-backs on our co-workers' work. So I like to say, you know, I'm watching you like a bat. And people look at me and say, bats are blind, you know. You know, and then I'll look down at a board and I'll go trying to hear the sonar reflection. And you know, I just do some strange things. As I've said, I'm kind of the alpha weird where I work. I've not had anybody argue with that idea. I'll say I'm weird and someone will say, yeah, but there's a lot of weird people here. I say, yeah, but I'm the alpha weird. I'm the weirdest guy here. And I haven't ever had anybody disagree with that. You know, so that's kind of fun. So anyway, I'm going to head out, use my Spyderco knife sharpener and my paddle strop for Don't worry, I'm here by myself. Nothing's going to happen. But I know what you were thinking. And everybody take care out there. Have a good night.